For me, the sea trout season is from autumn through the whole winter and the whole spring. And now we are in October, which opens a whole new season for me. I'm so excited to be back on the coast. I'm gonna do my very first casts for this autumn today, and it just feels awesome. And I have been thinking during this time of a break from the coastline that I've been having quite a wrong approach about autumn, perhaps. So I'm gonna try something new today. Last time I was out on the coast, I did something nuts. Some people would say, Robert, you're just crazy. But I fished for an entire month in late spring with 3 flies on the leader, 3 big baitfish patterns. I casted them on an 8 weight and it worked pretty fine actually, not too many tangles. What I learned about it is that it was not working as good as I was hoping. I mean, I caught a few fish, but I plan to make a video about it and tell maybe where there could be advantages with it. But what I learned, and especially when retrieving faster, like I did in the warm water, that the fish had trouble deciding which fly it should take. It's gonna take the closest one or the further away. And I saw several fish, especially when I retrieved fast, that couldn't decide. It went back and forth between the different flies. It was crazy. But yeah, that made me think if it's even worth doing this kind of thing with 2 flies. I know that in some scenarios it can be fantastic and it can outfish having 1 fly for sure. But for my autumn fishing, where I kind of struggled, is it due to that I retrieve fast and have 2 flies that it's a negative factor? Today I'm just out in the sunset. I have a few hours to cast, maybe 2 hours of light still before it gets too dark. So I'm so excited to get started. And when I talk about fishing fast or slow, why does it have an effect on how many flies you have? Sounds confusing, but I'm gonna talk more about it when I get out to the water. Let's do it. Fishing wise, I'm definitely not rusty. I've never been fishing this much as I've had this year, and I never had such a fantastic result over a year. So I just feel motivated and sharp at the moment. We'll see how it changes after X amount of days without a catch, if that's the case. Yep. That took so few casts. Surprised me very closely. Okay, literally 4 minutes of fishing. That's insane. Wow. That shocked me. It's not a big fish at all. Can I have a closer look at it? Careful now. Okay. Fishing seems to be hot now. Very small silver, but so beautiful. Great to be back. Gonna release it. Just 1 fly like this, and seems to do the trick. But of course, I have a well fished in pattern. I know it works. I know it works. Here you have the fly I used. Size 4 trout predator streamer. Simply bucktail, the predator dubbing, some ice, UV resin, and you have a ready to go fly. This winter I did the most visual streamer fishing I've ever done, which is pure salt water in the tropics. Ooh! Look at this bonefish here. And it learned me so much in how you can improve your sea trout fishing as well. There we only fish with 1 fly on the leader, or at least I, because there's so much fish that you catch. There is like jacks and small barracudas coming taking your fly, and if you have several flies on the leader, I think it will break off so many times. I haven't tried it, but for my sea trout fishing at home here on Gotland, I always have used at least 2 flies. But so why do I fish with
one fly now, and when I come to later season with lower temperatures in the water, I'll go back to fishing 2 flies. Well, it is due to that the faster I retrieve, if you imagine there is a fish standing on the side of the line where the line is gonna come. When the first fly comes to point A, the second fly coming to point A takes a bit of a longer time. Because of that small difference in time, I think it is a difference. And when now I retrieve a bit faster, I do quite aggressive strips. It is quite warm still in the air and in the water. I think the fish will be very active, and I want to retrieve quite fast. Then maybe it is so that when both flies come faster, they have a more difficult time choosing. One thing that I have now as an advantage is that I've fished here for many years, and I start to feel quite comfortable in what fly I would like to use. And so now I know that predator dubbing bait fish is probably not so far off. So I feel okay fishing with just 1 fly. Before I felt it was scary. If I just fish 1 fly, what if it's the wrong one? They prefer a darker one or a bigger one or a smaller one or a brighter one. You don't know. But yeah, with this fly, I just, for most scenarios, I just love this fly. One great advantage with just using 1 fly that you can't neglect is that it's so easy to cast with. You know, when I fish with 2 flies, like 2 big bait fish patterns, I carry line all the way out, either on a long belly or out on the running line past the belly, just to be able to send this mass of 2 big flies. It is quite a heavy work. And now in the autumn, it's a lot about retrieving fast, which meaning you do more casts in a day. So if you can, with the light gear, I have just a 6-weight now, kind of a shooting line style of VF line. This is the Vision Meri line, blue running line and gray head. Really easy to cast with. Just carry this 10-meter head and just send it out there. It is not the fly, it is not the line to send away a long cast like with 2 flies on it. Then I would definitely go for other lines. But yeah, for this simple casting, light equipment, it makes the life of an autumn angler with many casts in a day, makes the life a lot more easier. I should correct myself what I mean with this line compared to other lines I use, that this one doesn't have the same extreme turnover effect like other lines have. But having this line, now it's pretty windy, I have my wind in my back, but I can retrieve all the way in, do a couple of back casts, head is out, and just send it. No problems there. It is so smooth to cast with. Because it's been quite a long time since I fished, time just flew by so fast. And all of a sudden, the sun is set and fishing is not really over yet. I try a little bit more and I switched to orange space shrimp because I like that after sunset, and give it another go if something happens. Oh, yep. Hooked up. Okay. Oh, that was a small bugger. About the same size. Okay, it's getting very dark and the fish is gone. I couldn't have asked for a better start. There's plenty of time for me to catch a bigger trout later on in the season. I'm sure I'm gonna fish more with 1 fly in the faster retrieve kind of season now in early autumn. So yeah, I'm just so grateful. Awesome.